They asked me to speak at this college in Boston one time. They said, you can speak to our students if our professors can ask you any questions they want, because we like to show the students how dumb you Christians really are. I said, I would be honored to come for that. So I got the question is not what made them go extinct. The question is, did they go extinct? You know, the liberals are really good at getting us to argue about the wrong topic. They're always asking me, should we teach creation in public schools? I said, that's a good question, and I will be glad to discuss it. However, there's another question we need to ask first. Should we have public schools? Now, let's ask that one first. Is corrupt. Unfixable, I think. If you love your kids and you possibly can, get them out. I don't think it's fixable. Praise God for the good teachers who are going to slug it out in there, and I'm for you, and I want to help. Okay, but I don't think it's fixable. Bottom line. If you want to find out why we have a public school system, our 10th Amendment to the Constitution says the federal government's got no business being involved in education. But we've got a public school system as part of a bigger long-range plan toward a new world order. That's Karl Marx's idea, Communist Manifesto, plank number 10, free public education. We'll cover more on that on seminar part 5 and also on our college class, CSE 102. You don't want to watch that one. That's politically incorrect. Anyway, when the dinosaurs got off the ark, they faced a very hostile climate. Things had changed. What happened to the dragons? Remember before the flood? Man, if you could figure out a way to kill a dragon, you'd be a hero. They'd tell stories about you around the campfire for generations to come. And there are thousands of stories of people killing dragons. They killed them off for meat. There'd be a lot of hamburger in one brachiosaurus. They killed them for medicine. It's amazing how many ancient recipes call for dragon bones to be ground up and put in with the medicine. Lots of legends tell of people killing dragons. Gilgamesh supposedly slew a dragon. A Chinese guy named Yu slew dragons that were bothering them as they tried to expand the territory and drain off the swamps and make the land of China livable again. They had to drive off the snakes and dragons. The Babylonian god Marduk is shown pictured on top of a dragon, possibly a fire-breathing dragon. You say, oh, you don't believe in fire-breathing dragons, do you? Oh, yeah. The Bible talks about a fiery flying serpent. The book of Job has a whole chapter, Job 41, about Leviathan, the fire-breathing dragon. It says, out of his mouth go burning lamps and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils go a smoke. I've seen deacons do that at Southern Baptist churches. As out of a seething pot or cauldron, his breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. There really was a fire-breathing dragon. In our Green series of tapes, the topical ones, we've got a whole tape out there, hour and a half, about Leviathan, the fire-breathing dragon. God. I think what God was doing with Job, in Job chapter 40, 41, or chapter 38, 39, 40, and 41, God asked Job 84 consecutive questions. Job never answered one. In chapter 40, the Lord said, behold now Behemoth, and we talked about that in video number 2, how Behemoth was the Brachiosaurus, or what some people used to call the Brontosaurus. Never was a Brontosaurus, but probably the long-necked dinosaur like that. We come to chapter 41. The Lord is still talking, giving Job his 84 questions, and the Lord said, canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook? Now what on earth is a Leviathan? Well, some reference Bibles say Leviathan might be a whirlpool or a whale. Some say it's a crocodile. I don't think it's any of those. I think Leviathan is probably Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, I don't know, I can't prove this, but I've read it many times and it seems to fit, and it may or may not be right, but I'm preaching tonight, so for tonight it's Tyrannosaurus Rex. T-Rex is a pretty rare dinosaur. Only 22 have been found. The biggest one was about 24 feet tall. His head was a little smaller than a they want, because we like to show the students how dumb you Christians really are. I said I would be honored to come for that. So, dragons are mentioned in the Bible 35 times. And as the population began to grow after the flood, the population of dragons began to go down because nobody wants to live next door to a dragon. The same thing happened right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How many grizzly bears are roaming loose in the woods in this county right here?